So the first thing that you always want to start off with is prepping your skin. Like I do this in every single video, even though you guys know the steps. I am using my Too Faced Hangover Setting Spray. I like to apply it before and after I put on my makeup and just pat it into my skin because it really allows my makeup to set. And now I'm using the Too Faced Prime and Peachy primer. So if you have really oily skin, these two products in combination with each other will keep you matte all day long. Now, the third product that I'm going to be using is the Benefit Pore Professional. So I like to apply this on the apples of my cheeks. This is where I have the largest pores. As you guys know, I have acne, but my acne has been clearing up so well now. And I know a lot of you guys want to know what my routine is, but I will let you know very soon. So now I'm gonna go ahead and prep my eyes. You know that I normally do my eyebrows as the first step, but when doing a smoky eye look, I love to just go ahead and do my eyes first because I need that to be like flawless before I even do my eyebrows. So I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer to go ahead and even out my lid. And then what I'm going to do is just to go ahead and blend that out. This is going to serve as a base for my eyeshadows. That way my eyeshadows will last all day long. Now, because concealer has more of a stickier base, you always want to make sure that you apply a setting powder on top. I'm just using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder on top of my concealer because this is going to allow my eyeshadows to blend easy. Now, this is the part that I love. Now, I am going to be doing my eyeshadow first because with the glitter and darker colors, you always tend to have a lot of fallout. So what I'm using right now is just a reddish brown color. This is coming out of my Tarte palette. I will list the name of the palette below in the description box. That way you guys will know the name and the color of the palette, the color that I'm using in the palette. But I'm just using a very fluffy brush and I'm going to apply this above my crease. Your transition colors always want to go above your crease, and it's always the first eyeshadow that I apply. Now for my base, I want to apply the glitter on top of a black base. So I'm using Black Bean by, is it NYX? Yeah, NYX Jumbo Pencil in Black Bean. So this does not have to be neat at all. And the brush that I'm using is a BH Cosmetics brush. I love their brushes. It's a dense brush, but it also has a little angle to it. So you have to keep in mind that for this look, you don't have to be really precise. So just blend, make sure you're taking your time because you don't want to rush this step, but it does not have to be precise. But you want to put this all over your lid, and then you also want to go a little bit above your crease. So you don't want to do all that work for nothing. So now what I'm doing right now is just setting the jumbo eye pencil with a black eyeshadow. Of course, I want it to be the glitter to lay against a black base, and to keep your jumbo pencil from smudging, you always want to apply and set it. So I'm setting it with a black eyeshadow. I'm just applying this all over the lid and just packing it on. Like I said, this does not have to be so neat. That's the reason why I love smoky eyes, because you don't have to be really neat and precise with it. But I'm just packing that color on, and now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the glitter. This glitter is so amazing. It's by Beauty Bakerie. Of course, all the names is gonna be listed in the description box below. The brush that I'm using is just a synthetic brush. It's like a paint brush that I got from Michael's. So what I'm using is my MAC Mixing Medium and the glitter, because this is going to go ahead and set the glitter in place. So that's what I use as a sealant for my glitter, which is MAC Mixing Medium. Now you see me going in with the pencil brush. So what I'm applying right now is a little bit of that black color, and I'm using that pencil brush and defining it. That way you can find my crease, because I lost my crease with the glitter. So now I'm just going in with the fluffier brush, and all I'm going to do is to blend out that black, because you don't want the black to look too harsh. Of course, you want all the colors to blend together. So that's what I'm doing right now. So we all know that glitter has like a lot of fallout. So just like I was saying before, that's the reason why I do my eyes first, because the darker eyeshadow will have fallout and then my glitter does. So just as a tip, all you have to do is just use a clean spoolie and it'll get most of the glitter off for you. You can also use tape and it'll get it too. So what I'm doing now is just applying my foundation. I have been loving my Real Techniques buffing brush in order to apply my foundation lately, and this is just the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation because it feels so lightweight on my skin and it doesn't break my skin out. This foundation works really well for my skin. Now, just to clean up underneath the eyes, because you can tell I got a little bit of raccoon eyes. So what I'm doing is using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Espresso. Since this is more of like a skin tone concealer, it's going to be really, really nice for cleaning up, as you guys can tell already. It blends well into my skin. It looks like butter. Like, it just looks so good. So with my Beauty Blender sponge, I'm just going to go ahead and blend out that concealer. And as you can tell, the look is coming together. It's looking a little bit neater. So it's cleaning up, you know, all those imperfections that I had, all that fallout I had. Now it's time to go ahead and highlight these areas of my face. So what I do is I highlight my T-zone, which is going to be underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my chin, and above my lip. I love doing this because this is what's going to give me like this open effect on my face. So highlighting and contour is like one of my favorite steps. Like the face part, you have to get your face part right so your eyes can look busted, but as long as you have like a good foundation routine, it will all come together. The product that I'm using is the concealer, L'Oreal Pro Glow Concealer in Cocoa. And I'm just blending that out with my Beauty Blender sponge. Now, you guys know I have talked about this technique in my last video. If you watched my last New Year's Eve video, if you have not, you need to go ahead and check it out, and you'll know why I'm actually applying my powder with a dry sponge. I'm actually using the Fenty Beauty sponge, and I'm just applying my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder on top of the concealer, and I'm gonna go ahead and let that bake. We're gonna let that marinate for a little bit. So while I finish up my eyes, I will still have this powder on, and you guys will see when I decide to take it off. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyebrows. Now, there's a method to this. I know this looks a little bit backwards for me, but it's a method to this. The reason why I'm doing my eyebrows is because when I apply the concealer, I really want my eyebrows to kind of like blend into this smoky eye look, because smoky eyes are always dramatic. So you have to make sure that everything is blending flawlessly. So I'm just using my favorite eyebrow pencil, which is the ColourPop eyebrow pencil in black brown. And what I'm doing right now is just pretty much, you know, filling in my brows. I always do deeper strokes on the tail end of my brow. And as you can tell now, I am in the front part of my brow and I'm going with a lighter hand because you don't want it to be really, really dark. And then also what I do is I like to go in the direction that my natural hair grows in the front. So that it looks like a seamless brow. Now I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Espresso. It's the only concealer I use on my eyebrows. And you guys will see. I'm just going to go ahead and let you watch. If you need an in-depth eyebrow tutorial, I will link it in the description box below for you. But you're going to be seeing how I'm going to blend the concealer. And I'm going to blend the concealer into the eyeshadow as well. That way the look is put together well. Now using my jumbo pencil in Black Bean, I am just going to go ahead and line my waterline. Of course, you want this to be a smoky look, so your bottom lash line needs to be smoky as well. What I'm going to do now is you go back with my pencil brush, and that black eyeshadow that I used in my crease, I am using underneath my eye as well. You want to make sure that you're blending and you're fading it out, so I'm just smudging out that eyeliner first. And then I'm going to go in with that warm brown that I used as my transition color. And with the fluffier brush on my bottom lash line, I am going to go ahead and just apply it on my bottom lash line because you don't want, you know, you don't want raccoon eyes. You want to make sure that everything is blending, not just your top lid. You want your bottom lid to blend as well. Okay, so now for my top waterline, I'm going to go ahead and line my top waterline. I know it feels like it looks like it hurts, but trust me, it does not hurt. I just want to make sure that my lashes are going to look full, so I'm just applying black on my top waterline also. Now, once you apply lashes, this is one of the steps that you normally don't see, but a lot of makeup artists do it. So the lash blend, all you have to do is just apply a coat of black liner, and it kind of hides the lash band. Now, this product, you guys have seen it in my last video because I have been so in love with it. This is the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Espresso. So I'm using this to contour because it really, really brings my cheekbones out. And you know, I gotta look extra for New Year's. So I'm just applying that underneath my cheekbone, on my forehead, and then also, you know, on the sides along my hairline. I'm just using this as an extra base for my powder contour. So this powder right here is the CoverGirl powder. I am just applying this on the areas where I don't have any setting powder, just to set my foundation, and I'm wiping away my setting powder all at the same time. I am in love with this CoverGirl powder. The shade that I use is going to be listed in the description box. So now, like I said, all I'm doing is wiping away this setting powder, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my face by finishing up my contour. I don't know what contour is my favorite part, but this is what I'm using now, is my Black Radiance pressed powder in Ebony. You guys know I use it. Like, I'm in love with this stuff. Like, I should be like a Black Radiance ambassador because this powder is just my favorite. So all the areas that I applied my Bobbi Brown foundation stick, I'm applying that powder contour. Then I'm also going to do it on the sides of my nose, and I love to also contour my chin. So I'm just going to go underneath my chin and, you know, kind of make this face defined. Now I'm using CoverGirl Ebony Bronzer as blush today. I didn't want to overdo it, and the CoverGirl Ebony Bronzer is just amazing. Just applies like a little flush of color, so I'm just applying this to my cheekbone. I meant the apples of my cheeks, but y'all know what I meant. I'm going to do a subtle highlight because I want my eyes to do like have all the attention and stand out. So I'm using Soft and Gentle by MAC, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply that on the tip of my nose, down the bridge of my nose, above my cheeks, and also above my Cupid's bow. For a lip liner today, I am using Cork by MAC. And for the lips today, I'm using Cool Brown by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's one of her matte lipsticks. Okay, beauties, my battery is about to die, but before we go into the new year, I want to say Happy New Year's. I hope you guys have a blessed and amazing new year. I hope this year gave you everything that you wanted, and the new year just gives you even more. So thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Just know that next year is going to be amazing for me. I'm claiming it, and trust me, you'll get a whole lot more videos. I know I slacked this year, don't worry about it, but next year is going to be really, really amazing. So stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys going into the new year. Bye. Love you so much.